This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Good evening and welcome to the news tonight. I'm Sanjay Pinto. Awareness sessions chaired by Chennai's top cop, not once but periodically. Crimes at ATMs, tall claims by banks. End result, not even the most basic precautions like a security guard in place. So it's hardly surprising that there was an attempt to break into an ATM right under the nose of the Triplicane police station. Bank officials told our reporter Pratiksha Ramkumar, and I quote, "Please understand, a security guard can't do anything." As such banks throw up their hands, what do the men in khaki have to say? Dr. M.C. Sarangan, Deputy Commissioner of Police, Adyar, joins me live in the studio. But before I quiz him, let me take you through the news tonight. Alagiri sent no resignation to me, claims Karunanidhi after the media reported his threat if the party failed to hang up on tainted former Telecom Minister A. Raja. After NDTV Hindu exposed the Tamil Nadu housing allotment scam, the government on the back foot has decided to stop the discretionary quota.
Discretionary quota in vogue for the past several years of Tamil Nadu Housing Board is being put to an end from today.
The Madras High Court orders the Tamil Nadu government to have no trucks with Tamil Mayam, even bans a mention of the NGO's name in Chennai Sangamam advertisements. Action, eviction and alleged assault inside the Tamil Nadu Assembly. What about real issues that confront you and me?
They're only busy in settling their either the family issues or where is the time to fix roads and fix price rise when they're running after fixing their allies.
An outrageous attempt to empty out an ATM a stone's throw away from the Triplicane police station. The Madras High Court stays the preferential job quota for Tamil medium students. Tears for onion traders as the Income Tax Department raids several godowns in Tamil Nadu. The Lee-Hesh duo win their match tonight. They are all set to play the semi-finals at the Chennai Open tomorrow. And now on to our national headlines. Kapil Sibal appeals to the opposition to let Parliament function, says the 2G scam isn't as big as the CAG report makes it out to be.
If you subtract the value of 1.8 there also, that figure of 1,02,000 crores comes to 72,000 crores.
Pakistan resumes onion imports to India after New Delhi takes up the issue. A nationwide crackdown on onion hoarders, but will this cool prices? The court rejects the CBI's plea that Rajesh Talwar is an accused in the Arushi Hemraj murder case, says the Talwars will get the closure report. Ex-Chief Justice K.G. Balakrishna's brother Bhaskaran quits as special government pleader in Kerala after the land scam charges. Cops in Maharashtra now told not to keep records of politicians' calls after Vilas Rao allegedly influenced a case against a moneylender. Alright, is this damage control or yet another family spat that the DMK patriarch has probably sorted out? After reports of Union Chemicals and Fertilizers Minister M.K. Alagiri's letter to his father threatening to quit all party posts if A. Raja isn't sacked, the Chief Minister a short while ago claimed that no such letter was indeed written or sent to him.
ரெண்டு மூணு நாளுக்குள்ள ஒரு செய்தி ஒன்னு இருக்கு. இந்த மாதிரி மத்திய அமைச்சர் மூக்க அழகிரி வந்து கட்சியில இருந்து விலகுவதாக உங்ககிட்ட கடிதம் கொடுத்துட்டாரு அப்படின்ற ஒரு செய்தி இருக்கு. அதே மாதிரி அவர் மத்திய அமைச்சர் பதவியும் ராஜினாமா செய்ய போவதா ஒரு செய்தி பரவுதே, அது குறித்து என்ன நிலவரம் ஐயா?
செய்தி எல்லாம் செய்தியாவே இருக்குது.
அது மாதிரி ஒரு கடிதம் கொடுத்திருக்காரா?
If you thought the mere presence of the police is enough to frighten away robbers, then think again. Barely 100 meters from one of the city's busiest police stations, Triplicane, an attempt to burgle an ATM was made late last night. Canara Bank did not have even a security guard. Pratiksha Ramkumar has more.
This ATM, located on the busy Triplicane High Road, had a few unwelcome customers late Thursday night, resulting in a broken monitor in the ATM machine and a minor fire due to a short circuit. Luckily, the cash was intact. Bank officials informed the police station just to walk away only at 10 in the morning. Police claim they do not have night patrols, while the popular bank does not appear to have external security.
எங்கள் கடையில் ஏடிஎம் இருக்குது. இது வரைக்கும் செக்யூரிட்டி யாருக்கும் கிடையாது. சமீபத்தில் 2 பேர் வந்தாங்க போயிட்டாங்க. இதுவரையும் எதுவும் கிடையாது. பாதுகாப்பு இல்லாத அப்படி ஆகிருக்கு. வேறு எதுவும் கிடையாது.
There is no security at all. There is no security, there is no camera, and public walk like getting to hotel like that. Any people can stand inside. 2, 3 people, 4 people cannot stand there.
This is not the first time that an ATM has been targeted. Police have repeatedly asked banks to beef up their security.
And as regards this laborers, as you said, in the ATMs and other places, it's old people. In fact, in one case, we had a boy working during the day and during night doubling up as
double shift.
Double shift. So we've been telling the banks all this.
However, officials inspecting the attempted burglary opted to play down the entire episode.
We heard the Canara Bank never has security guards in front of the ATMs, which is what led to this.
Please understand, a security guard is not the solution for this type of problem. This is not the first time. Many examples where there were guards, you know what happened to this.
Police say recovery of CCTV footage will take a few days, delaying investigations even further.
This time around, money was not lost. But with the event happening just across the police station, clearly more patrolling is required. Equally, banks too have to start investing in top-of-the-range security in not just electronic equipment, but also in human guards. In Chennai, Pratiksha Ramkumar for NDTV Hindu.
All right, so just how safe is your money in these ATMs? How safe are you and I when we go into these ATMs to withdraw our cash? Dr. M.C. Sarangan, Deputy Commissioner of Police of Adyar, joins us. Thank you very much, Mr. Sarangan, for joining us. Very often, many of us keep getting, at least of late, emails from banks saying that there's a one-time password even for debit card transactions. But clearly in this case, as well in the past, the basic precautionary measures have not been taken by banks. The police commissioner, in fact, many of you senior officers have held sessions with bank managers. What did they actually promise at these meetings, sir?
No, we have had series of meetings. Commissioner of Police has categorically stated that all the banks, particularly when they have ATMs, they must sufficiently cover with the guards and proper CCTV. And many a times we find that not even proper CCTV is installed, and again it is not checked whether it is functioning at all. And sometimes we find that it is stopped functioning about a month back and nobody has cross-checked it. And again, as they say, we cannot accept the plea that no security guard is required. They should have a proper security guard.
Probably they said that because it's bang opposite the police station.
That is their version of thinking. But just imagine in a police station limit, there will be 40 banks and about 40 ATMs. A police beat cannot possibly cover each and every place. It is in fact, they are having the public money. And they must have their own security to safeguard the money of the public.
But what about the petrol vehicles don't crisscross, especially near the station?
They do crisscross, but many a times it is all closed. Many of the ATMs are closed and it is all shaded with colored glasses. So you cannot even see what is going on inside the...
But that actually they say, sir, is a precautionary measure so that when you go in, somebody can't peep over your shoulder and see the password.
No, it is again, if something happens inside, you will not even know what is going on.
So you're saying it's better not to have tinted glasses?
It should be very clear glass so that we will be able to see from outside, and the CCTV should be in place, and the security who are posted there should be verified whether they are in some cases we have found the security himself attempted in Thiruvanmayur to try to open the ATM.
So like maids, you need to do background check here. The banks need to verify the antecedents of these security guards and also the staff who put in cash there.
Necessarily. In another case in Thuraipakkam, we have found some of the staff who are entrusted with the job of putting the money in the ATM. They have played havoc by knowing the code and passing on the code to some other colleague, and they have taken away 25 lakhs. We had to struggle for 2-3 days to recover the money. So in fact, if they take these precautionary measures well in advance, and we can avoid all these problems.
Also, I mean, the passwords, the codes also, we are told that they very sort of casually pass it on. Each person who comes in to, I think, to, put in cash there is given a code, sir. Is that also a problem?
It is true. In fact, we have encountered such problem. Whenever the person who is loading the money changes, they should change the password also. But that is the rule. But whereas in practice, they don't do it. In fact, it keeps on going even for 2 months, 3 months, they don't change the code. If that is the case, they have easy access to the money. They can pass on the code to some other person, and the interested person can come and take away the money quietly. So this is the bank staff who are interested with the job, they should see, or some other outsourced agency who are interested with the job of loading the money. They should be checked on whether they are having the right person, and they should also, the officers over there, they must see that the password is frequently changed and it is not being spread to others.
Also, I mean, card enabled access. I think most banks do not have card enabled access, in which case if there is a break-in, a burglar alarm or something can go off, especially when it's so close to the police station. Now that this bank, in fact the bank managers openly say that there's no need to have a security, can action be taken against them for negligence, because it's public money involved there?
No, as I said, the card enabled access is very much required. As the technology develops, and we should also move into the better technology where we have foolproof technology, because the card enabled access will definitely weed away the other persons who are trying to barge into this ATM. So this kind of practices should be followed, but the cost constraint should not be the factor for the bank. In fact, they should think that the security concern of the customers and the money which is deposited from the public.
Also, even if they have, I mean, sometimes he says there's no point. I wonder whether he actually means the regular practice, because banks, everybody is trying to cut corners. They appoint security agencies at a low cost, and these poor security guards actually are forced to do double shift sometimes. So we have, in fact, NDTV has shown visuals in the past of all security guards in many banks sleeping in front of the ATM.
No, it is very true that we have found in many of the cases the security guards, they do double duty. In the daytime they work elsewhere, and the night time instead of sleeping he comes to the ATM and he sits there, and many times he sleeps there.
The poor man also puts his puts another chair, so stretches out his leg, and there's an AC inside.
AC room, and he finds it very convenient to sleep there. But that is not the way out. They have to have a proper security person there apart from CCTV. CCTV footage will help in a many way for the investigation, but the security is a must, and they must have proper security. When we go for rounds, night rounds, our patrol vehicles and the Blue Brigade vehicles, they go and alert the security, and we also...
What happened in this case is one thing to pass the buck to the banks, but what can the police do to be proactive enough? Because in this case, clearly, if they have not had a security guard outside, it's probably been on for several weeks or months, who knows. Why is that, it's not been pointed out to the banks earlier?
No, to tell you frankly, I feel sorry for mentioning this. Many banks are not cooperating with us in many times, because our Commissioner of Police has categorically stated that the CCTVs should be fixed even in banks where the customers are coming and going. But many banks have complied with, and some banks are not doing it, and some pretext or something, they are giving their own reasons for not doing it. But when the public, it's a public place where public is coming and depositing or withdrawing their money, they must realize that they have responsibility. They must have a CCTV not only in the bank, even in the ATM, and the proper guard. The guard, all the securities, they should have already registered with police, and if they are registered with police, we ensure that they are being properly trained, and then only we will allow them to get registered.
So one final question to all our viewers who are watching this bulletin. What are some of the precautions that a person who goes into an ATM can take to ensure that, even, for instance, even if there is no security guard outside, what are some of the things that they can, safety tips that you can give them?
When they go into the bank, they must ensure that the next person who is standing there is quite away. They should not see the code number, that is one.
Do not speak, do not use the mobile phone also inside.
And they frequently keep using the mobile phone, and and again they should not very frequently use the same ATM also, and they can switch on the ATMs also. As far as possible, they should try to avoid using at odd time. And sometimes they go at midnight.
The whole idea of ATM is convenience, so some emergency you may need to go at odd hours.
That is true. In emergency it is there, but some people, they feel that in the daytime there is a long queue outside the ATM.
Okay.
So they tend to go in the odd time and withdraw the money.
Also, what about they throw the transaction slips? If you see in any ATM, the dustbin is full of transaction slips, which has their account number and bank balance and all that.
But I don't think with that they cannot do much, because you need a security code and to access. But that may not be but still they have to take some precaution. And in fact, more than customer, I would say that the bank should take more precaution, because the customer, you cannot go on educating them what they should do, because after all they are utilizing they are putting their money, and they are utilizing your facilities. And in fact, banks should think and enhance their the security in each and every other way possible.
Thank you very much, sir. I know you had an important meeting, but you still made the time to come and educate and create awareness, educate viewers about safety tips. Thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you.
Well, we'll slide into a short break now on the news tonight. Coming up, more news items. Stay tuned.